Yes, also, I should probably push record on the qualifying session because that counts towards everything what we're doing. The fuck is this? I mean, I am a weak qualifier, so that's known. But still, what the hell? There isn't really anything that explains this. We have the faster car and, well, we don't have end brakes, I guess. But engine matters most here, and that's what we have. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. Delete. And we clock in just behind. Oh, sure. Ralph's pole. 4, 2, 3. I can work with that deficit. I think you can too. I think I'll just be faster in race pace because I'm -1 overall at race pace. All right, weather's warm. Strategy's in your court. The strategery. The strategy. Strategy. I'm just gonna push tires at the start. Essentially, I'm banking on getting a good start this time. I got held up at Indy on the start, pitting early and getting stuck in traffic. It was just, everything went wrong for me. That goes right. There goes Barrichello. Ralph's getting swarmed. I like seeing that. I'm definitely not finishing now because this is too good. We're doing too well. There's no way that button finishes now. I think the paces are close-ish now, so while we have more race pace, the advantage is small enough that because of Button's qualifying weaknesses, we just are vulnerable in qualifying. That was a really good start. I can't complain about the start. Everything that happens after the start, though, maybe. We'd be within 3 points. Ralph's up there a ways. Constructors, if we get our act together, we can still, like, turn around, too. I'm not counting on any of it, given that our form through like the first 2/3 of the season, though. Oh, you're about to just clean overtake Kimi. You are going to overheat, I'm pretty sure, because we're at 75 ambient. These tires are looking like they might even last a little bit longer, too. Long enough that a one-stop onto the medium might actually be less narrow than I originally thought. The button's just faster. All right, let's go green on pace. Yeah, I think on top of everything else, the safety car at Indianapolis just hurt me. Staying out might have been the better play. I just felt like I was on the back foot the whole time. And that probably did lead to making bad decisions. The slower AI always seem to try to get in there with harder tires. I don't understand it. What's going to go wrong? Because we'll be second if it finishes like this. Yeah, your tires look like they'll go about 30 to 35 laps. Because you're running at green now, it's hard to calculate versus when you were burning. When you're like just running them hard. Gearboxes are at 83%. You're quietly catching up to my retirements. Our gearboxes should be also be equal too, so that's some fucking bullshit is what that is. Going to bed after this one? Let's turn up the pace a little bit. The drivers is going to be wide, well, not wide open, but between the two of us, like for catching, it's going to be... McLaren's ahead of us in points because we just can't finish races. Insane. Alright, Ralph pitted. He's on mediums. Good, good. Let him sit in traffic on a crappy tire. Alright, we come out in the lead. I don't hate it. I lose my bonus coming off soft, so I might as well take a more durable tire. Since the hards actually do sport a lot more durability. I'll be right back. Alright, he's gained 2/10 since I've left the room. His turn. My youngest cat has been known to drink out of the toilet bowl, so I make sure that I try to make sure that I close it. Barrichello stops again. Ralph might actually stop again. So after about 15 laps, they're at 60%. Which is a good basis to like start comparing like tire wear. I just didn't want to struggle to the finish on mediums. We may actually end up 20% better on, well, we won't end up 27% or 20% better on 15 laps. But if we're 80, or if we're at 80% at 10, then these tires actually easily do 40. Which is good, because we'll have good tread left. Like in the last 10, when Ralph's tread will suffer. And the actual tire life is probably closer to 50 at the rate we're like using up. Because these can go probably to like 5 or 10% if you really needed them to on wear treads. Those scare the hell out of me. Okay. The pace difference is steadying out now. I think what'll happen is they'll both end up pitting and we'll win by a lot. So they're probably at about 60% now, especially if they're pushing. Which means when we're at 50, they'll probably be at about 20. See if I can make life a little bit more miserable for him. Whoa, we lopped off 6/10. Rubens pits. Why would he take softs again? I don't understand that. Well, in 18 laps, I've only dropped 5 seconds. And Ralph has to stop. That's inconsequential that time. Alright, we're actually going faster now. Well, we were. Now he's... He's probably going to be 30% worse when we hit 50. I'm assuming that his wear is the same as Coulthard's. $28.8. 29 flat. We're actually faster than Rubens, even on fresher mediums. That's crazy. I can't imagine it's going to be easy for Ralph to maintain what he's doing. Half a tenth. I think we're okay. Yep, that's what I thought. That's why I didn't want to take them, because I didn't want to... The hards were the surest way to make sure we didn't stop again. $31, and we could probably do 10 more laps easy. And that's the general idea, is to just win by a lot by not having to pit again. Yeah, if he's pushing to try to like bring that gap down, and we can easily make it on this set, there's no reason to be scared. Like, there's burning tires to make it look closer than it is. Okay. Just saying that I love when the AI is just closing in like that. And then you find out their tire that's supposed to go to the end can't go to the end because they overpushed it. Because they're in denial about their race pace not being sufficient. Okay, we're scrutineering. We're at 80. Ferrari is at 116. 36 behind. And we have 4 rounds left? I'll have to have a look. Suspension. Didn't reject them. We are building this up. It may not end up being the best one. Actually, it probably ends up being the best one. I'm going to do the final engines, and then we will sort out everything that's Coulthard is still behind in, which is brakes and front wing. And probably, I think the best we can get on there is like equivalent components. Anyway. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. If you haven't already done so, feel free to hit the follow button one time. Send like and share on the YouTube end of things if you are there, and we will see you guys again next time. Sorry, I was just looking at DNFs here quick. But till then, guys, take care. Have a great one. Later on.